Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Arunima Sinha and I'm a spiritual coach and healer, author and speaker. So today we are going to dive deep into The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. So the book starts with, the words of Roald Dahl. Those who don't believe in magic will be never able to find it. I'm sure I've mixed up the words, but it's exactly, on these lines. Unless you believe in it, you will never be able to find it. Okay. And she goes on to obviously talk to us about, how different we have become from what we were as kids. When you look at a newborn, a fresh entity, when the newborn comes into this world and maybe for the first time starts moving as a 6-month-old and things like that, the child is looking at everything with a sense of curiosity, with a sense of wonder. Oh God, what is this? Is this fire? Let me try to touch it. Okay, and all those kind of things. So there is so much of wonder and awe in the vision of the child related to the world. Unfortunately, the adult senses all this curiosity and wonder and the sense of excitement and believes, oh, this is a place where I can only be unhappy and these are the things that I'm supposed to be doing and there is a set formula on which I need to work. Obviously, Rhonda Byrne goes on to talk about the positivities of childhood and, I'm giving my interpretations, side by side so as to be able to make it clearer to you. And she goes on to talk about how we have managed to lose that great capability of the sense of curiosity in questioning, asking, and exploration, all those techniques we are losing. So in a nutshell, as I found the chapter telling me something like, we have stopped living, we have started just existing. Yes, because we tend to think, as I can look at my life a year ago or something like that, there are certain chores you got to do and life is going to be boring. So in between, you are going to look for contentment outside yourself. That is what life, kind of teaches us. Whether it's life teaching us or whether it's the world teaching us, whether it's the conditioning, the social conditioning teaching us, that is what we need to question. She moves on to talk about, in the next chapter, about a very, very important element, and she begins the chapter, I think, with some words from the Gospels of Matthew from Bible. The words are something like, whoever has will be given more and will be blessed with abundance, something like that. And whoever does not have it, even what he has will be taken away from him. Obviously, when you listen to these words and you think, are these from the Bible? Can they be like, can Bible write something like that? And this seems so insensitive. Whatever that person has, the little that person has will be taken away. But the fill in the blanks that is there is gratitude. Whoever has gratitude will be given more opportunities to be grateful. Whoever is thankful for whatever that person has will be given more opportunities to be thankful. And whoever has very little thankfulness, obviously what that person has will also be taken away. How can you see that in your life? You can notice people around you. You can notice yourself. The fact that there are people who have the littlest and yet are the most thankful. And there are people who have so much and yet they think, oh, I am the jinxed one. I don't get what I want. This reminds me of that story of this old woman who was a beggar and they were building up a temple and, people were contributing with money for the temple. And because she had fervent belief in the Lord, the little money that she had, 2 rupees, she went and gave 2 rupees to these people. And these people were laughing. They said, only 2 rupees? And she said, that's all I have. While there were people who were like, millionaires and billionaires who gave little out of what they had. Now, I am no supporter of giving money for building temples, let me tell you at the moment also, please. However, the lesson that we can learn here is that, your emotions matter. Your contribution matters. Your intention behind your act matters. Gratitude is also on the same lines. What do you have right now? I've met literally people who say, what should I be grateful for? If you can't be grateful for anything else, you can be grateful for the mouth from which you can speak that you're not grateful. If you're not grateful for anything else, just switch off the light in your room and live in the darkness for just 1 minute and realize that you're not a blind person. Because a blind person has to spend the whole life like that. If you're not grateful for anything else, just look at the food that you get in your plate every moment, like every day, I'm sorry. And then I've also met people who would say that I work for it and that's why I deserve it. There are many people who are ready to work, but they don't have work with them. There are many people who are ready, who are filled with so many talents, but they don't have what you have. So frankly, you should be thankful for all those things that you have. You have 2 hands to work. You have 2 legs to work. You have a body which can take you to work, and you can come back home with salary and feed your children. Gratitude is something that completely changes a person. Obviously, these are my understandings of the entire idea of gratitude. So the mystery word from the gospel, of this quotation that I just gave you is gratitude. If you have gratitude, you'll have more opportunities to be grateful. If you don't have gratitude, you'll lose whatever you have. And that is not like a divine law that God is going to be cruel and would take away from you what you have. As a person who has been into spirituality and been studying and reading and experientially learning, I must say that this is not something like like God is sitting on top and doing the work like a boss with us. We are all responsible for what we do, and there's something like karma. Perhaps I need to make a video on karma to let people understand how does karma work. It is not like you are submitting your karma somewhere. It is your own subconscious mind that derives and that makes up a punishment or a reward for you. That is how it's connected to the universe. And some people believe that the subconscious and the unconscious mind is the universe, or subconscious and unconscious mind is God. So it's that kind of a connection. Gratitude is a must. And then she goes on to, give quotations from the Quran, from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And the Holy Quran also mentions something like that, yes. There's a list of all of them. And it must have been like 5 times I must have read the book. And every time I feel so thankful to have, this book in front of me, or the entire library that I have filled with such brilliant books. And she goes on to tell us about people, about great philosophers and great scientists. And I remember she talks about Einstein, and she says, when Einstein was asked that how did you, make all these things possible? He said something like, I'm most thankful to this person, to that person. And he kept on mentioning people who made it easy for him. She also talks about Sir Isaac Newton. And Isaac Newton said that I could be here because there were major giants on whose shoulders I was standing. So he was talking about the other great scientists who got the knowledge till here. And, I could contribute further because I had a foundation on which I have laid down my discoveries. And all these people, frankly, what she wants to tell us is all the great people, the truly great people, are people who are filled with gratitude. Are not those people who will egotistically say, oh my God, I have done it. I am the one. So the fact she goes on to talk about it, and then she also tells us about her own life. And she says that she had lived a life full of debt. And even though the health was fine, she always felt tired. And when she started including gratitude, her life changed. And yes, I'm here to tell you that even my life changed after I started becoming grateful. Yes, the book came in my life much later. I must tell you, the book came into my life only last year. The book has been published years ago. But 5 years ago, when I changed my life and I started looking at my life, there were people. Frankly, I had all kinds of people. There were people who helped me, my family members, everyone. However, there were also some people who knew me closely as friends or as relatives. And they were like, oh my God, how is she going to live her life? But I had a very different vision, because while people were thinking, like people do think, one woman with 2 kids, and people do think, oh, how will she manage? At that point of time, what I could look was that I am so rich with these 2 kids because I have the most loving kids in my life. And I am so rich because I have 2 legs and I have 2 hands and I have so many degrees, which will earn me a job and, a lot of money, whichever way I choose to live. Maybe people did not look at that. And that was a point of time that I started realizing that maybe I do not belong to the worldly order, or maybe I do not belong to the negative worldly order. I have to make one video on the map of consciousness, by Dr. Newton, and wherein he talks about that even emotions have frequencies. Like, let's say the highest emotion, which is enlightenment, like which Gautam Buddha or Prophet Muhammad or Jesus Christ, whoever reached there, they were on a certain vibrational frequency. So it was proved, how people can change their vibration. You can raise your vibration to reach there where you want. And law of attraction is that. Law of attraction says that our subconscious mind attracts the kind of reality depending on the kind of vibrational frequency we are on. And what is the easier way to understand that? What is vibrational frequency? It is your emotions. We're all living on the same earth, right? But we are not in, we are not on the same vibrational frequency. In the map of consciousness, I'll really make a longer video and let you understand about it. When people say, Swarg yahi hai, Nark yahi hai, like the hell is here and the heaven is also here, they mean to say that the hell and the heaven is very much inside your mind. And I think I am in heaven because I've seen like many people like quiet under the, encompassed with so much of negativity, worry, and all this kind of gossip mongering, like, just concerned about what the other person is doing and what the other person should be doing. My life is much better, and I think I'm only concerned about what am I doing and what should my kids be doing and what should I do for my kids to make their life better. So the entire idea of law of attraction is your energy is frankly the one that decides your reality, and you can change your energy. And so what is emotion? Emotion is energy in motion. The kind of emotion that you carry is going to actually decide the kind of reality you will be in. And as easy as it sounds, it is as easy. The only fact is that it will take some time. It will take some time to reach there. Because frankly speaking, in the beginning, I did not have a mentor. By the time I got this book, Magic, I realized this is exactly what I'm doing. Healing is one of the ways of reaching there. And probably I will be talking about angel healing and, other kinds of healings which are available, which you can obviously get into and make your life much better. So law of attraction talks about the kind of emotion that you carry, which can make your life much better. And how can you raise your vibrations? One of the easiest ways of raising a vibration is through gratitude. And coming back to the book, The Magic, it gives you 28 days rituals of raising your vibrations from wherever it is. The first day practice obviously is about writing down 10 reasons or 10 people or 10 things that you're very grateful about. That is supposed to be the first activity in the morning. When you wake up, you do that first activity. And you have to write something like, I'm very grateful and thankful, kind of a sentence, to then write the person, the place, the reason, the equipment, whatever it is, because, why? And why do you ask this question? Because you ask this question because to be able to feel the gratitude. Let's say I'm sitting in this room. It's absolutely cold here, the place I am in, but I'm very thankful to the heater. Okay. So I would say that I'm very grateful to the heater because I am feeling so warm despite the cold winters. Okay. So when I say that, I start feeling that emotion. When I start feeling that emotion of gratitude, I start feeling better and I start realizing my life is filled with positivity. In fact, obviously now gratitude has become a part of my life to an extent that even when I get inside the blanket, there is an automatic thank you that comes into my mind. I say, thank God for this blanket. This is so soft and this is so warm. So it starts with these 10 thank yous every morning. Obviously what you do on the first day has to be continued till the 28th day. The second day, it adds one more ritual. And like this till the 28th day, you are going to be learning how to feel grateful. So the entire game changer is your emotion. You cannot do it mechanically. Let me please tell you, I was one person who really believed, oh my God, until date, frankly, I can read a lot of books and I'm very interested in reading books. I'm not attached to my mind. And I think that is the reason why my mind works best. I'm not attached to my mind at all now. It's not like, I'm so intelligent, I can read these many books. It's not like that anymore. But there was a time when I used to feel like that. Oh my God, I'm going to write one such, explanation and answer that people would be like, flabbergasted. But the entire idea that happiness quotient that is raised within you, that contentment, because right before contentment and right before enlightenment is joy, and joy is different from happiness. Happiness depends on external factors. Joy comes from within. The entire idea that you are always content and you are in an unstoppable moment, like, this moment is forever. You're always in joy. When you reach there, when you keep quiet, you do not hear any noise. But to be able to reach there, you'll have to start with gratitude. And even before you reach there, you will have to manifest the reality that you wish for yourself. The reality may be in terms of money. So how would you how would you raise your vibration for money? You would start looking at your previous bills and start wondering, how did I pay this? How did I pay that? Did I go out with my kids and, have a good lunch or dinner or whatever? What kind of clothes am I wearing? Am I, wearing expensive clothes? How did it come? The money does love me, okay? So those kind of things. If you want a good relationship, you'll first have to look at your present relationships. These people are still with you. Why should you not feel thankful for them being there? So basically, you will have to get down deeper and look at those things that you already have. It may be related to health, money, relationships, the things that you own. There are many more things. So basically, unconsciously, you will be becoming more spiritual and reaching a place where you can actually bend your reality. And let me tell you that it has actually helped me a lot. Even before getting this book, I think I was already into healing, meditation, yoga, all these things big time. And if you ask me what have I gained, there's a lot that I have gained. And there is yet more to gain. So it starts with telling you what is the magic formula. Say thank you. Thank you for everything. I feel so thankful right now to be able to sit here in a warm room and to be able to convey my emotions on, because on YouTube, because of, this present mobile phone. I'm so thankful to technology. And I'm so thankful to technology because I'm connected with so many mentors. I have learned so many things across from the other side of the globe. It would not have been possible without technology. And I've been able to connect with, my mentees are across the world. Maybe someone is in America, someone is in Denmark and places. That's all because of technology. So obviously gratitude becomes a part of your life, but before it becomes a part of your life, please do follow these 28 days rituals. Find the magic yourself. All these things exist. If you're able to connect with what I'm saying, I'll say you are very lucky because you are eligible, because you are at that vibrational frequency to be able to attract the kind of reality that you want. If you're not able to identify with my words, it's all right. The life is not going to be the same always. I'm sure there'll come a point of time when you will start believing in all these things and when you will take charge of your own life. That's it for today. If there are any questions related to, law of attraction or related to the magic, please do ask. And I'd request, please subscribe to my channel. Share this video if you found this, valuable. Also, alongside, please like the video. And I must tell you one thing, the book is quite at a less rate. I've not been given any money by, Rhonda Byrne, never connected with her. And there's also a PDF version, I think, already, sailing through on, if you Google search. Thank you so much. Signing off, Arunima.